Howdy, Banger Pals. Glenn Smith joining you for another Metal Monthly Bangers Monthly look at what's coming out in metal releases. If you're new to the show, I find you the 5 best underground metal albums coming out every single month. I also got a list of some of the big or noteworthy releases. I know we're filming in a white void today. It's going to change next month. You'll have to wait and see that. Unfortunately, we need to find somewhere new to film because they frosted over the windows after they caught me dipping out to get a manicure at Hollywood Nails one too many times. So let's just take a look at the old calendar before I get on to my picks. March 6th, you've got Leaves' Eyes releasing Song Singular, hilariously. Of Darkness is an EP on Reigning Phoenix. Temple of Void are releasing The Crawl on Relapse. Vride are releasing The Skies Turn Black on Indie Recordings. March 13th, you got Angus McSix and the All-Seeing Astral Eye on Napalm. Lamb of God are releasing Into Oblivion on Epic. And Monstrosity are releasing Screams from Beneath the Surface on Metal Blade. March 20th, you've got Egregor releasing It Echoes in the Wild on 20-buck spin. Gaira releasing Loss on Century Media, and Poison the Well are releasing Peace in Place on Sharp Tone. March 27th, you've got Black Label Society, releasing Engines of Demolition on MNRK Heavy. Hell River, are releasing Coronac on Century Media. This is a crazy month for small albums, though, so there's going to be a couple more Blaine's Metal Minutes where I give you some metal reviews in under a minute, so keep an eye on our YouTube shorts, also on the Instagram page, the Banger Films or Metal Comedy on Instagram. All right, let's get to the albums before something comes out of the Silent Hill mist in the background. I'm so excited. Oh my God. Aggressive Perfector are releasing Come Creeping Fiends on Dying Victims Productions March 27th. These guys are UK-based speed metal. We've got a cover painting by sci-fi legend Richard M. Powers. Aggressive Perfector are Metal Monthly alumni, but you'd have to be pretty diehard to remember that, given that the last album came out in 2019, November. They technically have an excuse in that all 3 members are in some band called Woad, which I guess is big or whatever, and one of them was also in the criminally short-lived Heavy Sentence, so fine. I'll allow the break. But hot diggity, now that we've got 2 of these things, I say quit the day job, boys. Let's go Aggressive Perfector full time. Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. I love Load as well, but I'm just so excited with this Aggressive Perfector record because their ability to write fun track after fun track, just dripping with swagger, is a rare gift few people not called Athanar possess. And while I will forever love the drunken maniacs that mostly make up the majority of this genre, and I cherish their output, don't ever change. It's also nice to have some absolute beasts just rip out a record like this. The amount of guitar moments that make you go like, oh damn, shit, oh shit. You can really hear like a direct line from just the fun of old rock and roll to boom, right here. I truly can't tell you how much I pop off when I'm listening to this record. Now let's pop off for some local boys. It's Gutvoid, Liminal Shrines, Profound Lore Records, March 20th. Yes, these are Toronto, Ontario, Canada, where we are right now. Death metal, unconventional cover by, oh boy, Kiel Aga Melon. That is probably all wrong. I love that Gutvoid is sticking to the clean album covers, and we've got kind of a nice unconventional one here too. And boy, thank gosh for Gutvoid. As much as I hate to say it, my city of Toronto doesn't have the best metal scene considering our size. There are great bands here, but we absolutely cannot take a single one of them for granted. And in Gutvoid, we get a weird mix of things. While they are definitely one of those kind of weird, spacey, otherworldly sounding death that makes guys in camo cargo shorts with no neck have a meltdown. What the hell is this? This isn't my time. They got 12-minute songs. They're that sometimes, and then they're also really heavy and dissonant and scary as well. I mean, there's a reason they're on Profound Lore. Plus, the vocals would be more at home on a Deicide record than they're not ever not that on the record. Well, at home on an early Deicide record. Not that new one, because Gutvoid doesn't suck, man. That last Deicide record was a turd. So yeah, it's a lot of different things in one package. But I guess, hey, that's Toronto. I mean, we're a city that has a well-known accent, and it's just Indian dudes butchering Jamaican patois. So we like to mix it up here.
Yo, you're sick to my stomach, fam.
Speaking of Toronto, you know what else is in Toronto? BangerTV, and we have a Patreon campaign. And if you would like to support a local business, you can give us a couple bucks, and then I can keep doing this, keep talking about bands that are in the underground without having to plug like a weird wallet or something. I don't know, man.
I don't talk like that. I'm a good youth.
Up next, we've got Zerre. I'm Serge. Make it back myself with a little lemon tweet. Zerre, Rotting on a Golden Throne, Dying Victims Productions, March 27th. German crossover band with kind of a different Paolo Girardi. I like that the big old throne dude has a silly vibe to him, kind of. It fits with crossover. And I know when we think German thrash, we have a pretty clear sound that pops into our heads, but get that out of here. This is very much crossover. How crossover is it? It's so crossover. I think every song has gang vocals on it, but hey, every time they come in, it's like I got Men in Black pen and I go, sick, this record's got gang vocals. They do not get old. Because of the genre, you're gonna hear less German sound in here. It sounds nothing like Sodom and a lot more like Power Trip. It's actually a really great substitute if your doctor said your Power Trip album levels are getting dangerously low. Because it does sound a lot like them, and we still don't know when a Power Trip record's coming out. Thankfully, it also has its own identity too, though. It's definitely more capital M metal than Power Trip, in that at times it's a lot harsher, and at times it's the complete opposite, and you've got a sweet solo that sounds ripped from one of my palate cleanser bands. What a great mix. Up next, we've got Cruel Force with Haneda, Shadow Kingdoms Records, March 27th. So here we've got a German thrash. Didn't we just do that? Cruel Force once again using Megan LeMay for a sick cut. Yeah, okay, yes. We've got to acknowledge that 2 thrash bands 1 month, and they're both German. You might be like, where's the diversity, Blaine? But a lot of times I struggle to find one great thrash band in like several months. So if 2 come along in 1 month, I gotta let them in. What am I gonna pick between one of them? Thrash is, I could admit, underrepresented in Metal Monthly. So any chance, as long as there's great stuff, you'll come on right in. So why am I so excited about this record? Well, 2 things sold me on it. One was Rototoms. There's a lot of surprise Rototoms, but there's this thing I do on my stream because, as a reminder, I stream the research for this show every Sunday, twitch.tv/metalmonthly, 4 p.m. Eastern Time Sundays. But anyways, on my stream, sometimes we'll find a band and it's like so close to being good. And then I do this trick where I click the YouTube playback speed and I put the song on 1.25 times, and it's like, that's how you should have recorded it. It does happen a bunch. I had to make sure I hadn't done that with this song because it's that fast. It sounds like a 33 played at 45, and I mean that as the most glowing compliment. And then I was like, is that going to be the pace of the whole record? And that's the pace of the whole record, except for like a couple of moments where they back off the speed and let their guitars gently weep. And because of how fast they're going the rest of the time, it makes these spots just feel huge and impactful. It's nice, it's great. 2 thrash bands 1 month. Thrash is coming back, man, and I am jazzed. This is why I've been yelling at thrash for the past couple of years. And closing it out with our palette cleanse of the month, we've got a wacky one. It's Heavy Metal Shrapnel with Heavy Metal Hairspray. It's an independent release. Comes out March 27th.
I'll serve you my ace, driving it hard, slamming it down your back line. The twist of your hips got me so tight. Rally to me and I'll smash. Score is level, we're burning down the coach, it's on the scale. Corrupt to its very core, nowhere to turn. Give me just one more chance. Love is a racket. It's a dirty game. So baby, grab my hand now. We'll cheat love without shame.
So this is sort of Metal Monthly alumni, but also kind of barely. Andrew Lee has taken his Shred project, dropped the Andrew Lees from the name, and just turned it into a real-ass band. And there's also nothing more that I love than the way Velio Josto draws like a pretty lady with like a knife or like fire. So extra jazz. The record is a wild mix of serious and joke. Like, obviously, whoa, the boy can play, and obviously if he's getting anyone, they can play. And on vocals, he tapped Mark Bowles of like 3 Yngwie Malmsteen albums fame. But then the album is called Heavy Metal Hairspray, which would make for a strange, less intimidating Metal Lucifer album title. It's especially funny because Andrew Lee's hairline. Homie needs to start planning a Rip to Shreds tour to Turkey, if you know what I mean. Heavy Metal Hairspray, more like heavy metal spray hair in a can. Sorry, hey, please don't copyright strike the theme song you made for me as a homie. I can't help it though. This record just puts me in a silly mood. You've got song titles like Too Old to Rock and Roll and Love is a Racket, in parentheses, Baby Grab My Handle, which low-key is up there with Glam Pantera's She Got Nothing On But the Radio, for like just sleaze titles that they're quite clever. The reason I'm dwelling so much on the comedy aspect is that this style of metal has such great instruments, but frequently takes itself too seriously, and cause you kind of when you're listening to it. But Andrew Lee's great sense of humor comes in like a pin to just pop any of that tension and let you enjoy a record that only takes itself seriously in quality of performance, not like style of content. And that's it. That's another Metal Monthly in the can. Like I said, there's going to be a couple other. Every record that came out this month that was good was like, hey, we're black and speed metal. And you're like, all right. And we're speed metal with thrash influences. You're like, all right. We're black. It was just, I want to feature you all. Talk to each other. Spread this stuff out. Bye.